I can tell immediately, like, did I get a good night's sleep or not? If I just play like a video game for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, my sleep wasn't that good. Sometimes your brain will recover through the day, and it's like, okay, like an hour or two after waking up, it's better.
Yeah.
Because your brain does kind of recover from bad night's sleep a little bit.
Do you know what really helps? Creatine, apparently.
Does it?
Yeah, creatine is actually a nootropic, believe it or not. There's a lot of like benefits of creatine that are really weird.
Are there any downsides?
No,
it's
a natural part of food. Yeah, especially women.
Natural part of animal foods, animal products. You don't find creatine in plants.
For women, apparently, especially postmenopausal women, it's very beneficial.
Okay.
And there's a lot of like cognitive benefits, and one of the big ones that they found recently is performance when sleep deprived. Mental performance when sleep deprived increases pretty measurably when you supplement with creatine.
Is creatine naturally occurring in like steak or?
Yeah, it's like naturally occurring in meat, I think.
Yeah, animal products in general, really. You do get some in dairy, you will get some in the yolks of the eggs, but it's more so in meat and fish, plenty in steak, lots in poultry as well. I do believe herring is the king of creatine sources, and salmon is really quite high up there as well. But I mean, if you're eating steak and eggs like me every day, then you're getting plenty of creatine.
I think that's where it's coming from. I think it's primarily an animal-based thing. Yeah, but...
Yeah, you can synthesize creatine out of arginine, glycine and methionine, I believe. But you're not going to get a great deal of it.
Like, I did switch to like steak and eggs for breakfast, and I found that's like a power-up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're all overrun with carbohydrates.
Yeah, totally.
And you just, like, carbohydrates make this big crash, the rise and the crash,
totally.
the rise and the crash. You stay flat if you eat like a primarily high-protein, high-fat diet.
Yeah.
Your body runs off ketosis, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, so I just have like steak and eggs, no bread or anything.
Yeah,
and
it's great.
It's great, actually. It's a power-up, I'd say.
People...
For sure. It's absolutely life-changing. Even if you're going to continue to eat carbohydrates, I would just say try skipping the carbs during breakfast and see how your day goes. You're going to have this sustainable energy. You won't have like what Joe Rogan's talking about, these ups and downs, peaks and valleys and crashes, which I definitely experienced. It's okay when you've got your sugar in your system and then you crash and then you want more because you want more energy and you want to feel that dopamine hit again. You know, to me, carbohydrates are a nightmare and they really get in the way of everything working optimally.
People dismiss this whole carnivore diet thing because in our heads, there's a lot of propagandists that put this thing out there that animal agriculture is the #1 contributor to global warming.
Yeah, it's rubbish. It's
bullshit.
Not true. Bullshit.
It's hot bullshit.
It doesn't matter.
Not only is it hot bullshit,
Irrelevant.
but the real problem is factory farming. Regenerative farming is carbon neutral if it doesn't sequester carbon.
The animals are not going to make any difference to global warming. None. Zero.
No, it's
zero.
horseshit.
Zero, zero, nothing.
There have been ruminant animals roaming the earth for millennia, but apparently today it's a problem. It's just crazy, it's nuts. But if you do believe in all this stuff, obviously regenerative farming is the way to go. We're mimicking nature. Natural is better rather than, let's take the cow, because I'm a human being, I'm so smart. We'll take these cows and we'll stick them in a CAFO or we'll feed them grain. They don't naturally eat grain, but hey, we'll feed them grain and they're out of the sun. Now they're getting sick, let's give them some antibiotics. That's the problem. And actually what's important about ruminant animals is that they restore the land. We need ruminants for that.
Do you think that that's just propaganda because of people that have a vested interest in like plant-based meat products and things along those lines, green energy?
I think it's part of it.
Bill Gates. Another reason why I'm kind of leaning towards Trump, guys, but there you go.
You're generally going to get people pushing to avoid meat. Like some people just, maybe they've got a financial interest. Maybe they're just like vegetarians or vegans or whatever.
Ideological
reasons. But it's not going to make any difference to global warming or, the CO2 concentration in the atmosphere, really, if people eat fewer steaks. It doesn't.
Just in case anybody's thinking methane, there is a natural biogenic carbon cycle. It's not new carbon, it's recycled carbon.
Matter. It's irrelevant. I want to just be super clear about that.
Yeah.
Will not matter. You will not even be able to measure it. Okay, that's how irrelevant it is.
Isn't it funny that that's
unmeasurable?
That's
irrelevant.
A heretic speaking. Like that's crazy talk now. Nowadays, it's like you have to say that we have to eat less meat.
No,
that meat is bad.
Totally
align with our worldviews, or else. Yeah.
As much meat as you want, it's not going to make a difference.
Sing it. Tell the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I could never get addicted to alcohol or opioids. It's just impossible. Like because my biochemistry just does not have but I love tasty food. I feel like
Yeah.
If there's
Sugar is an addictive agent. There's no doubt about that.
I'm addicted to tasty food, sure. But like there's like can be like I have a whole wall of alcohol. It's there for decoration.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it. Basically,
I feel the same way. I could easily quit alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go weeks without having a drink.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. But I know some people, they have one drink and they're off to the races. And that's the
Exactly.
difference in the biochemical differences that we all have.
Yeah.
I remember giving up booze. It was 2 months before I went carnivore. I come off the phone with these people that were going to help me with my mental health, and they suggested giving up alcohol. I just dropped it like that. And I can do that, I did it with carbohydrates as well, but to get back to that point there, I really struggled with staying off of carbohydrates. I was getting far more intense cravings for bread and cereal, and obviously all carbohydrates are metabolized as sugar. And so whether it was sweet to taste or not, it's metabolized as sugar, mostly glucose, and that's very addictive. It does give you a dopamine hit.
Trump got into office, he became
Politics, sorry guys, maybe I should...
this focal point where all logic was thrown out the window, and it was just Trump is bad. You have to attack Trump. Trump is right. Right wing's bad. Everyone right wing is bad. Christians bad.
Yes.
It's just strange.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll say it again, man. I think this is the last election. If Trump doesn't win, this is the last election.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think people, and a lot of people are waking up and realize that have been lifelong Democrats. Guys like Bill Ackman, guys like Chamath.
Yeah, exactly.
Tulsi Gabbard switched over to the Republicans. Like, there's a lot of people who their whole life they've been left wing, and they realize, like, I can't do this anymore.
The left is not what it used to be. And it's almost like an illusion, the way they've painted what the left is. And some people, it's almost like they're stuck on it. The way we're going, it can be very dangerous. This liberal, degenerate, woke mentality, sorry to say. Well, that's just the way I see it. And I'm for people like Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, RFK Jr., and ultimately then Trump. Look at the people that are endorsing Kamala. She can't even answer a question to save her life. It's embarrassing, but that's just me.
You and I used to be Democrats.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's nuts, man. And, I think the things we want are just pretty basic. It's like we want individual liberties, and we want opportunity. We want America to remain the land of freedom and opportunity. So we maximize people's personal freedom. The government can't barge into your house and kill your fucking pet. That's fucked up. And that you succeed as a function of your hard work and talent, not anything
That's it there. I agree.
else. Not race, religion, sex, doesn't matter,
Yes.
The basic stuff. And then...
What did you change the acronym DEI? What did you change it to?
Oh, DIE?
What is it?
Die. I mean, because diversity, inclusion, and equity is DIE. America being the land of opportunity means that we have an environment where you succeed as a function of your hard work and skill.
Yes.
And that's...
Radical.
Yeah.
Radical. Like the best person succeeds.
This makes you right wing now.
Yeah.
Since when?
I'm like, okay, great. Pull me right wing. I don't care. And you're not a real country unless you have secure borders. You're just a fake country. So we need... and our cities are unsafe and dirty. My mom's like pretty red pilled at this point. But you know what's going to red pill you really, really fast is having your friends get assaulted on the streets of New York.
Yeah.
And that happened to 3 of her friends this year. Got assaulted on the streets of New York, just walking around.
Yeah.
Nobody got arrested. Nothing. Like if you're a police officer and you're arresting someone who's violent, you're putting your life at risk, obviously, because they might, sometimes they'll try to kill you. And then if you know that arresting this violent person, they will be immediately released by the DA, which happens in New York. Alvin Bragg doesn't prosecute people. Then why should a police officer put their life at risk to arrest someone when they know they will just be let out immediately?
It's quite scary, really. They used to be a robust force that was respected much more than they are today. They're being walked all over. We need to sort that out.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
It's like the friggin' Joker. It's like Dark Knight. Like the friggin' Joker is in charge.
Yeah.
Like the criminals run free and the citizens are arrested. This is why I keep going back to this. I'm still pretty shook about the friggin' squirrel thing. It's like, they at gunpoint forced the guy to stay outside his house while they got his pets and killed them. Meanwhile, violent felons are running free, and this is in New York State, are running free. This is a joker.
Yeah, it's not.
The law-abiding citizens are arrested, and the criminals are let free. This is fucked up, guys.
Well, the logical hope is always that people pay attention to history and they recognize the patterns and how civilizations have collapsed.
Yeah.
And they recognize what's going wrong in the current society and say, we have to do our best to mitigate this. And we've seen this happen before. Let's course correct and let's sort of manage what we've got here now and maintain what we've got here now, because it's pretty extraordinary.
Yes.
This is what we're hoping for with this election. This is what we're hoping for with the future, is that people can see we are on a bad path and something can be done right now. And it might be the only moment in history where this is possible, because if they do lock the country down and make it so that voting is kind of bullshit and you're only voting for primaries,
exactly.
and the people that they put in the primaries, they're controlling that in the first place.
Yep.
You don't really have democracy anymore. You don't really have choice.
Exactly.
You don't really have freedom.
That's right. I don't know what the reason is, but men just vote at a much lower rate than women.
I think it's like 9%, right? Someone just told me that today.
I didn't realize that, actually.
It's a big difference. And I'm just like saying, this is a message to the men out there. Vote like your life depends on it, because I think it does. Vote tomorrow like your life depends on it. Nothing is more important.
I agree.
There you go. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.